Meanwhile, on this story, a vote expected today on the anti-abortion amendment of the health care reform bill on the Senate side. And now one of the sponsors, Nebraska Senator Ben Nelson, is threatening to oppose the Senate's entire proposal if his measure indeed fails. Could this derail health care altogether? Joining us now, Utah Senator Orrin Hatch. He's one of the amendment's co-sponsors. Senator Hatch, what's in this amendment, and why do you think that it's probably doomed to fail?
In 1977, the Congress got tired of federal government paying for 300,000 abortions up to then, so they came up with the Hyde Amendment. The Hyde Amendment is enacted every year in the appropriations bill in the House and the Senate, but this bill doesn't require appropriations, so we have to put the Hyde Amendment in here, and Bart Stupak over in the House got his amendment in, which is really, in essence, the Hyde Amendment. We'd like to be able to do it in the Senate, but it's very uphill for us.
So right now, you said Bart Stupak and 30-plus congressmen and women, Democrats, said we will not going to vote for a House version of the health care reform bill if it looks like federal funds are going to be funding abortion. That gets through. It's up to you guys now. Senator Ben Nelson is leading the charge. You're right by his shoulder. In that, it says essentially the language, to break it down in layman's terms, no federal funds for abortions, correct?
That's right. In other words, you can have your abortion. We don't call on the federal government to pay for it, either directly or indirectly. And what this does is it says that no federal funds can be used to pay for abortion. No subsidies that are given under this bill can be used to pay for abortion. And but you can buy a private policy. Companies can issue private policies, right, as long as you don't use federal funds.
Now, Senator Hatch, you said all this. You've worked so hard on this. Senator Ben Nelson's been out in front and center on this all weekend. But how many votes do you think this will get when it comes up for a vote today?
Well, it's uphill for us. There's no question about it. Most Democrats just can't seem to, even though this is basically something that most people would agree with, they just can't seem to bring themselves to vote for it. There's another aspect to it, too, and that's the issue of conscience. Should people of conscience be forced to participate in the abortion movement? And, you know, Catholic churches, Mormon Catholic hospitals, do they have to participate in abortion, or can you exercise your right of conscience not to participate in abortion? It's another big issue that really we have to resolve sooner or later, but our friends on the Democratic side are going to do everything they can to defeat both of these issues.
You need 60. You'll probably get all the Republicans, right, you believe, and about 3 Democrats. Will you lose, from talking to Senator Nelson away from the cameras, will the President and Harry Reid lose Senator Nelson if his language isn't adopted in the final version?
Well, he gave his word to me that he would vote against cloture, which would, it's really, the big vote is cloture. I mean, if cloture is invoked, we're going to have this awful health care bill that will have the federal government control all of our lives in health care and a lot more, and it'll be just the beginning of their takeover of America on behalf of the federal government. But the odds are that it's going to be uphill for us on this particular amendment. I'm going to do everything I can to help Senator Nelson to get it through.
Senator Hatch, you did some fine work. Thanks so much for bringing us